Hey guys, EC Network here, coming at you with another video. So this past Thursday, Owen Dennis, the creator of Infinity Train, decided to host an Ask Me Anything on Reddit to coincide with the release of Book 4, which is the fourth and final season of Infinity Train. And during this Ask Me Anything, he gave us some interesting tidbits about the series, such as why exactly did it get cancelled, what would have Book 5 been about, and even some details about Books 6, 7, and 8. So first and foremost, let's just talk about why was Infinity Train canceled, which this is something I've been wondering myself because it seems like it is such a popular series. Why did Cartoon Network decide to cancel it? And here's what he had to say. Basically, this fan asked if you guys can make an Infinity Train movie in the future, and he said we wrote an Infinity Train movie. It was season 5. They passed on it because they thought it didn't have a child entry point. The show is over and no one is working on it. I'd love to make more, but it's not what Cartoon Network wants to make right now. It's very unfortunate, however, maybe someday it will change. Many shows come back after they've been canceled because of fan engagement, so anything is possible as long as fans exist. So, Book 5, the rest of Infinity Train, got canceled because it wasn't for kids. Why? Why did Cartoon Network decide to cancel it? Because there was no child entry point. It's meant for more mature audiences. This is just something I really can't wrap my head around, because wasn't the whole point of moving Infinity Train to HBO Max so that you can be more mature because you're not on Cartoon Network, you're not tied to a kid's channel? Wasn't that the whole reason Infinity Train was put on HBO Max, so it gives the creator more freedom with the series? Apparently not, because Book 5 was going to have someone get murdered in it, and Cartoon Network didn't like that. Owen Dennis said in another question in this Ask Me Anything, he answered saying, yeah, someone was going to get murdered in Book 5, and Cartoon Network clearly didn't like it because they canceled the show because there's no child entry point. Just... man, it's really stupid to hear this. It's really a shame because Infinity Train is such a good series, and it's just disappointing to hear the reason why it was canceled was because Cartoon Network's just like, yeah, no, this is way too mature for kids. Well, guess what? It's not a kids show. It's a show for young adults or teenagers. This is something that I'm going to have a video on soon that Cartoon Network really has never done well. They've never ever targeted a teenage audience. They've always kind of forgotten about teenagers, forgotten about young adults. And this show was something for them, and Cartoon Network decided to cancel it. So now someone asked Owen Dennis, hey, what would you call the keywords of the rest of the books that haven't been made yet? And he said, Book 5 is grief, Book 6 is guilt, Book 7 is revenge, and Book 8 is acceptance. And then someone even asked him, hey, how did Amelia meet 1-1, and how did she even get to the engine? And he said that was something we would have covered in Book 5. And then in addition to that, someone asked him again about Amelia, about the beginning. What did she do to 1-1, and how did she take his place as the conductor? And he also said these are questions that would have been answered in Season 5. So it seems like Season 5 basically would have been showing us how Amelia took over the train. We probably would have gotten a lot more answers in this season, basically just because it's going to show us more of the inner workings of the train. So we probably would have gotten some details and some of the questions that we have answered. And so in addition to that, if someone was going to get murdered, then who killed someone? It probably would have been Amelia. Owen Dennis actually said that in one of these Ask Me Anything, in one of these answers he gave 3 basically. One murders someone, Amelia murders someone, and then someone else murdered someone. And he said out of the 3 of those, one of them is fake and one of them is real. So I would presume Amelia probably would have killed someone on screen, which I don't understand. Why is that too dark? We had that in Book 2 and 3. I mean, straight up in Book 2, one of the mirror police guys, he gets thrown into the wheel of the train and gets killed. Then in Book 3, we straight up see Tuba get killed by a similar method. And then we see Simon literally disintegrate in front of our eyes. But yet, Amelia killing someone was apparently the straw that broke the camel's back. It's apparently too dark for Cartoon Network to handle, which, again, this whole video, basically, everything I've told you about why this show's been canceled, just to me is a head scratcher. Like, why can't you have something that's meant for a teenage audience, And especially since it's on streaming, because again, that's the whole point of streaming, to put stuff that you can't put on your cable networks because it's too dark or whatever you want to call it. put it on streaming so that people can watch it, because people are paying $15 a month to see these shows. Listen, the other thing that Owen Dennis said is he hasn't given up hope yet. Someone asked him, hey, can you tell us what would have happened in the rest of the series? And he said, yeah, no, because I haven't given up hope. And honestly, neither have I. In my heart of hearts, I do think Infinity Train will eventually come back. Reason why is because this show is just way too popular to be canceled. I mean, every single time something happens with Infinity Train, whether it be a poster drop, whether it be a trailer drop, or even when the season premieres, literally every single time something happens with the show, it's trending on Twitter. If a show is that popular, there's no reason to cancel it. Cartoon Network's reasoning behind canceling it is just stupid. So, quite frankly, if the fans keep on it, if the fans keep showing the network, hey, that we like this series, we think it's fantastic, we want to see more, then they might end up saying, you know what, we'll make more. Again, it's just kind of, I think honestly where this show got screwed over is the fact that it was on Cartoon Network in the first place. You know, I feel like that's where it really got screwed over, because if this show premiered on Adult Swim, would have never been an issue. We wouldn't even be talking about this, because it would have been an Adult Swim series meant for adults. But I feel like the fact that it aired on Cartoon Network first and then moved to HBO Max is what screwed it over, which again, pretty stupid in my opinion. I do think it is a really stupid thought process that because it was on Cartoon Network first, it can't be mature. It has to be canceled because it's getting too dark. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.